Episode 10, the Fueling Series. Anti-nutrients, gut signaling, and why adaptation fails. Once protein intake is adequate, most people expect the system to stabilize. Sometimes it does, often it doesn't. And when it doesn't, the problem is rarely willpower, and almost never calories. The problem is interference. Your gut is not a passive tube. It is an active sensory and immune interface. Every molecule that crosses the intestinal barrier is interpreted as information, either safe or potentially threatening. This is where anti-nutrients matter. Many plant foods contain compounds designed to discourage consumption. Lectins, oxalates, phytates, saponins, protease inhibitors. These are not controversial. They are well-documented defense chemicals. In a resilient system, small amounts may be tolerated. But in a system already under stress, inflamed, insulin-resistant, or immunologically activated, these compounds can create persistent noise. They irritate the gut lining, they bind minerals, they interfere with digestion, they activate immune signaling. Most importantly, they compromise the integrity of the intestinal barrier. When the gut becomes permeable, the immune system is no longer responding to food. It is responding to intrusion. This state is often referred to as increased intestinal permeability, colloquially, leaky gut. When this happens, the nervous system receives conflicting information. Protein may be present, but absorption is impaired. Nutrients may arrive, but immune activation overrides metabolic calm. The system stays defensive. Hunger does not resolve. Energy does not stabilize. Inflammation persists. People assume they are failing. In reality, their signals are being scrambled. This is why simply adding protein often doesn't work if anti-nutrients remain high. The body cannot shift into adaptation while the immune system is on alert. Every immune activation raises the cost of digestion. Every inflammatory signal diverts energy away from repair. This is not subtle. It is metabolically expensive. And it explains a common frustration. I cleared up my diet, but I still feel inflamed, foggy, or stuck. The issue is not discipline. It is signal clarity. For adaptation to occur, the gut must feel safe. Safe means minimal irritation, minimal immune activation, and minimal ambiguity. When irritants are removed, something changes quickly. Digestion becomes quieter, bloating reduces, energy stabilizes, joint pain eases, brain fog lifts. Not because calories changed, but because noise decreased. This is why elimination, not moderation, is often required initially. Not forever, but long enough to restore trust in the system. Once the gut barrier stabilizes, nutrient signaling improves, protein finally does what it is meant to do. Satiety returns, inflammation falls. Only then does the body become capable of flexible metabolism again. This is not restriction, it is remediation. In episode 11 of the Fueling Series, we'll address a critical misconception: why people confuse dietary variety with health. and how biological tolerance is not the same as biological optimization.